Valheim, an incredible survival game where you can build Viking villages, sail to the ends of the world, and fight epic enemies. A game with near infinite possibilities and so much to do. Welcome everyone. By now I'm sure you've seen an enemy or two that has a special little star next to them and you've wondered what that means. In today's video we're going to talk about what that star means, why it could be very bad for you, and why it could also be very good for you. Here we go. So, that star that you see is what is referred to as a level. Now, enemies can have up to 3 different choices of levels. They can have the 0 star, which is the most common level. They have the 1 star, which is much less common, and then they have the extremely rare 2 star. Now, what these levels do is they impact the strength of the enemy as well as the loot that they will drop. 0 star means base level enemy. So if you take the boar, for example, it has 10 HP, 10 damage, and the standard loot pool of a boar trophy dropping at 15% of the time, leather scraps always dropping in exactly the quantity of 1, and a 50% chance to drop 1 raw meat. Now, as you jump up to the 1 star quality, which is slightly rare, I believe that there's around a 15% chance that an enemy will be given 1 star. It will have 100% increased HP from the base stat, so double. So instead of 10 HP, it will have 20 HP. Its damage will be increased by 50%, so instead of 10 damage, it'll do 15 damage, because you're adding half, which is 5. And when you look at the loot, you'll now see that trophies are unaffected. They're always static, regardless of what level or how many stars an enemy has. But you'll notice that his loot pool is doubled, and not just in quantity, but also in the likelihood of something dropping. So whereas the boar would always drop 1 leather scrap at its base level, it will now drop 2 leather scraps at the 1 star level. And now a kind of important side note is that while this boar drops 1 raw meat at 0 stars, it has a chance to drop 2 raw meat, but every single time, because it increases as you go up the star. Once you get to 2 stars, you'll see that that's going to be 200% of base stat. So you add 10 to 10, you get 20. You add 10 to 20, you get 30. So this is going to be 200% increase for 30 HP. The damage will be doubled from a 0 star, the base, to the 2 star. So instead of 10 damage, it will do 20. And its drops will again be doubled. So instead of 2 leather scraps, it will drop 4 leather scraps. Instead of 2 raw meat, rather, it will drop 4 raw meat. So these enemies will be much tougher, and when dealing with already strong enemies, their variance of the additional stars will make them legitimately challenging, but in return, they will drop you significantly more loot, and guaranteed loot in some cases. To help explain this concept a little bit better, we're also going to look at the fueling. The fuelings are the names for the goblins that you'll see in the plains biome. Now, if you look at coins, they will best exemplify how loot is impacted by the star system. So first, they have a 25% chance to drop coins, and if they drop coins, they will drop between 5 and 9 coins. If you find a 1-star goblin variant, you have double the chance of coins dropping at 50%, and when it does drop coins 50% of the time, it will drop between 10 and 18 coins. If you find a 2-star variant, be careful because its base damage is 220, and it might stomp you because it has the same HP as a troll. So just be aware, that's going to be a legitimately tough enemy that could kill you pretty easily. It ends up dropping coins 100% of the time, and it will drop between 20 and 36 coins. So not only are we increasing the amount of loot, but any loot that was not previously guaranteed will often just be guaranteed by the time you get to the 2-star variant. If you are looking for information about what the loot tables are and how enemies change based on their 0-star, 1-star, and 2-star rankings, Most of it can be explained by the system that I just went over in this video, but you can also check out ign.com/wikis/valheim/hostile_creatures. You will have a full list of every single creature that exists in the current game, and I'm sure they will update it as more creatures get added. And whatever you want to look at, you can see their loot pool, health, and damage stats in their different variants. Oh! Hey, I didn't see you there. Wow, you watched all the way to the end. You madman. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, I know normally this is where people say don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring those bells, but I'm going to try using the reverse psychology approach. Don't like, don't subscribe, don't ring that bell. And whatever you do, do not go to Twitch and look up Captain Rob Games.